Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Suqqu Liquid Foundation. This is brand new from Suqqu and I was very excited to get my hands on it. I've got a couple of shades, so I'm going to be showing you guys swatches of them and doing a demo and a wear test as well. I'm just going to get into it, but if you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. If you guys saw my vlog, I think it was vlog 37, I unboxed this a little bit. So this is brand new from Suqqu. It is the liquid foundation, liquid luminescence, the liquid foundation. Comes in 23 shades. And Suqqu have actually come a really long way with their shade range. They really have stepped it up, so shout out Suqqu. This is the box that came in, the little PR box. It is available at Selfridges and Harrods and it is £71 and 84 US dollars. They also sent me this lovely little piece of info booklet. Should I show you what this says? Yeah, this is the shades here. I think the shade range is pretty much the same as the pot, which I do have and did really enjoy. A lot of you guys bought that after seeing me use it and really enjoy it, so I'm glad that worked out. So this is a liquid foundation. I think it's the first liquid foundation from them I've ever tried. The only thing I've tried from them is a pot, so I'm excited about this. I saw it actually pop up on a lot of the stores online and I was intrigued by it. I didn't really know if I desperately needed it, just because there are so many foundations that have launched already this year and I've bought so many, got sent some as well, so I just didn't feel like I needed to buy it. But if I got sent it, I was definitely going to review it for you guys. Luckily I got sent it, so I'm going to review it for you guys. So this is the liquid foundation from Suqqu. They say that this is the new luxurious liquid foundation from Suqqu, which provides a natural looking finish with high coverage. It leads to a fresh, highly luminous skin. It has 23 shades and it is 30 mils. They have two primers also available. They have the treatment serum primer and the smooth cover primer, both of which are 30 grams. This foundation is a rich, textured, smooth veil of radiance which evens out the skin and stays in place, creating a long-lasting, fresh, luminous look. The lightest shade they have is 105. And the richest shade they have is 290. I'm 060. After 060 there is 165, 265, 180, 280 and 290. 060 is the last shade that is golden undertone. I'm going to show you guys the packaging. I'm going to show you a demo. I'm going to show you all of the shades on my face. They sent me 155, 060, 260 and 050. I'm gonna get into it guys. I'm gonna show you the packaging and then I'm gonna get into a demo. Those are the swatches on. I actually feel like the 060 looks a bit richer than I remember it being. I felt like when I tried it, that was my perfect shade, but looking at it compared to things like the Pat and the NARS, it looks a little bit richer on the dry down. Also, I feel like the liquid is ever so slightly richer than the cream. You wouldn't really notice, but just by staring at it for a very long time, I feel like it is a little bit richer on the liquid than it is on the cream. 155 doesn't look bad at all and might actually be my shade, but I think last time I did this, I thought that it was my shade from the swatch, and then when I tried it on my face, it didn't look quite right. 260 is not very far off at all from the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in the shade 13. So if you are that shade, I'd say that 260 is probably your shade. Well, it might be a tiny bit richer, just ever so slightly. First, I'm going to try, on this side, I think I'll try the two that I think are actually my shade, 155 and 060. This is 155. Looks pretty good. That's 155. And then next to it, I'm going to pop on 060, just so I can see them side by side. You can see there is a bit of a difference between the shades here. 060 definitely just looks a bit more rich. That's starting to disappear a bit more. When I put it on my face, it seems like 155 is a bit light, especially when it's next to 060. So on this side, I'm going to try the two that probably aren't my shade, but just so you can see them on my face. 050. I have to say, there's no scent on these really. You just feel very light. 050 is not bad. At the end, I will try 260 because it's very rich. So this is 260. Doesn't actually look that rich on, to be fair. Doesn't look bad at all, actually. You can see 260 is very visible. 050 is just a bit too light. 155 still a bit light, and 060 my shade. It did work out okay in the end. I'm going to take this off because I look a bit strange, but I'll give you a quick close up, and then I'm going to do a demo with 060. On one half of my face, I'm going to use the primer. They sent me the new treatment primer, and on the other side, I'm going to use my classic Laura Mercier hydrating. On this side, I'm going to pop a bit of the treatment primer, the treatment serum primer from Suqqu. I'm a little bit nervous that this is going to be a little bit white casty, but hopefully if I just use a little bit, it won't. It does feel very silky and smooth. Ooh, it feels nice. Has a bit of a scent to it, but it's quite nice. It feels like, it smells like a baby cream in the nicest possible way. And then on this side, I'm going to use a bit of my classic Laura Mercier hydrating primer. This one side feels a bit more supple and plump. This side feels a bit more smooth and less supple. I'm going to apply the shade 060, which is my shade in Suqqu. I was a bit worried when I did my swatches, but still my shade. So on this side, I have the Suqqu Treatment Serum Primer on, and on this side, I have my classic Laura Mercier. I'm going to use a sponge for both sides because that's generally how I tend to wear my foundations. And yeah. So I'm just going to give one pump. Oh, it's quite a big pump. The shade match is absolutely perfect. It looks like my skin tone. I really like the finish of this. It's kind of a satin finish, semi-matte. Does just look like my skin, but just a bit more covered. It's not completely covered, but it does look very natural as well. And I think it's a really good coverage from just one layer. So I'm quite happy. It's definitely evened out my skin tone, which is what it is supposed to do. So I'm very happy with this so far. I'm gonna pop a bit on this side now. B-side with their primer looks slightly more refined. My skin looks a little bit smoother underneath, but I think it still looks good on both. So I'm just going to layer it up now with one more layer. I do actually think this is a really lovely foundation. It's really evened out my skin tone, and I feel like the shade range is pretty much spot on. I'm going to pop a bit of concealer on now. That is it. That is the Suqqu Liquid Foundation on. I actually do really like this foundation so far, and I do feel like I'm more likely to use this than the pot, just because I love a pump and a liquid foundation. I just find life so much easier. This highlights texture ever so slightly more. I can just see like the way it goes over like any little lumps or bumps I have isn't as smooth and as blurring as it is with other foundations I have, like the Chanel, for example, or the Lisa Eldridge. So I do think it's really nice. I do like it so far. I'm going to be wearing it throughout the day. It is now 2:07. So guys, I am back looking very shiny, very shiny. Still decent coverage, but very shiny, mainly because my Say powder has jammed shut and I can't open it. So I'm having to send it back to Cult Beauty, and their whole returns process is super long-winded. So hopefully I'll get it back eventually. In the meantime, today I use the Givenchy Prisme Libre, which is actually not really a setting powder. It doesn't really control shine as robustly as the Say does. And when I look in the mirror, I look even shinier than this. I feel like on camera it looks like a glow, but in reality it looks like a lot of shine. So it's now 10:30 in 1 minute. I put this on at 2:07. So it has been 8 hours and 23 minutes. So almost eight and a half hours, not bad at all. I feel like the coverage on this is still really good. It's definitely very sheeny and shiny. And if I was out, or if I could, I would have topped this up with a powder, or I would have put it on a better powder. So it's definitely something to note. It is full coverage, but It does have a radiance to it, and it does get more radiant throughout the day. I could actually feel it getting a bit like shiny, and like I could feel the oils coming through, and I don't know if that's just because my powder wasn't very robust, or just the foundation itself does kind of loosen up as it warms to your skin. So I probably will try this again. I feel like the cream didn't have the same effect, but I don't think, well, I definitely didn't use the same powder as I did then, so I will try this again with a different powder. I'm just going to give you guys a quick close-up. So guys, that is it. That is the Suqqu Liquid Foundation. I feel like I'm a combination skin. I think if you've got oily skin, this might not be the best one for you, but I think if you've got dry, normal, or combination skin, I feel like this could be a really nice one. It definitely does loosen up, and I do think if I had a bit more powder on, I would look a lot better right now. So I think I'll definitely try it again with powder. I'll keep wearing it for the next couple of weeks. I do think this is a really nice foundation. I really like the format of it. I do prefer liquid foundations to cream, just because I find it a lot easier and quicker to just pump it out of the bottle than to like open the lid, get the spatula, scoop it on, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if that's just me being super lazy, but just day to day, I do prefer a liquid foundation. I do really like the color match of this. I feel like it's probably one of my best match foundations. It's got a nice richness to it, kind of reminds me of the Pat McGrath MD26. The coverage of this is really, really good, and I've still got a really decent amount of coverage. The only thing I would note is the shine, but the coverage is really fantastic. The shade's really fantastic. The formula is really nice on the skin. It feels very lightweight. The only time you can really feel it is when you can feel the oil starting to break through. But I think, like I said a million times, I think if I had a better powder on, or a stronger, more robust powder on, I don't think I would have noticed it as much. So yeah, I definitely think this is a nice foundation. I'll probably do a giveaway as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Will you be buying it? Will you be trying it? Let me know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.